Event is sponsored by Jersey's Pub and Grub. For our official after party, please go to Jersey's Pub and Grub. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our co-main event of the evening, welcoming you, viewing from home on Mediacom or Fight Zone TV on Fox Sports. Welcome to Mainstream Mixed Martial Arts and Swing First Mixed Martial Arts. Introducing first, out of the red corner, this man is a freestyle fighter, holding a record of 11 wins, standing 5 foot 8 inches tall, fighting out of Team Hard Drive from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Let's hear it for Andre the Bull Kase.
Well, I think it's safe to say that the pressure might be on a little bit for Andre the Bull Kase. Between 70 and 80 people here to support him in his hometown of Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
He's a hometown hero. He's somebody that you just can't, if you meet him, you can't help but love the kid. He's got one of those attitudes that always positive, doesn't matter what just happened to the kid, he's got something positive to say. And anything he does, always pushes forward, always pushes the pace in every fight. It's tough not to love this kid.
The KG veteran, 37 years of age, a pro record of 11-9-1. Fought Zach Light 28 days ago, to be specific, a UFC vet and Strikeforce vet that he fought, lost, ended up in the hospital the next day. But I talked to him before the fight, and he said, I'm feeling 100%.
Absolutely. This kid, he used to fight at 170. He used to cut so much weight. He started 2-3 years ago at 280-some pounds. He's cutting down to 180 tonight.
Weighed in at 179 on the official weigh-ins did Andre the Bull Kase. Now to meet Ryan Scheeper. Nathan, send him our way.
Introducing his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He holds a record of 27 wins, standing 6 foot 4 inches tall, weighing in at 179 pounds. Fighting out of Midwest Martial Arts Group from Loudon, Iowa. Let's hear it for Ryan, the Boogeyman Scheeper.
Ryan Scheeper coming from the town of Loudon, Iowa, population 748. Might be the toughest guy to come out of Loudon, Iowa.
That's a guarantee. This guy is a tough kid, tough farm-raised boy. Always out there, working on the farm growing up. And it definitely shows in his fighting. He's got that driven style.
And look at that record, 27, 22-1, an unofficial record. But a guy's not afraid to take fights, not afraid to admit when he wins, and also not afraid when he loses.
Yeah, it completely does not affect him. He just loves to compete. Look at this kid. Who sings coming out to the cage?
Not many, and he's a jiu-jitsu teacher with Gary Schroeder for the last 8 years. And he really fights because his students had asked him all the time, why don't you fight? Why don't you fight? And in his pre-fight meeting, he said, I'm doing this for these guys. How can I teach these kids if I'm not a guy fighting myself?
Yep, it shows a lot when you can go out and actually do the stuff that you're teaching. No one believes you until they see it in real life.
Come, let's look at the tail of the tape, Kase and Scheeper.
All right, Kase, 37 years old. Both these guys, definitely veterans, 37 years old, stands 5'8". The difference in this fight is going to be Scheeper's long reach. He's 32 years old, 6 foot 4.
Scheeper also a father of 4. There's a look at Ryan Scheeper, focused as he makes his way into the ring. And he said, I'm used to being kicked by cows all the time. I'm not going to worry about being kicked by any human being. So now he's going to have to deal with Andre the Bull Kase. And Andre Kase is known for charging at his opponents right off the bat. So let's see what Kase does as soon as we hear the bell here for our co-main event from Hawkeye Downs Expo Center in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Robbie and Smikowski and Jesse Lennox coming your way cage side for the co-main event. This one should be a good one.
They call him a bull for a reason. He doesn't waste time, comes across that cage, and look to see him put Scheeper flat on his back against the cage.
So Scheeper's a guy who trains by himself, and fighters touch gloves, so Kase does not charge immediately. Goes after with a couple punches.
Yep, good setup there.
But not that typical Andre Kase bull style where as soon as it comes, instead of touching gloves, he charges right at a guy. Maybe he's spending too much energy doing that in his career.
And that might have something to do with him. He used to fight at 70. That weight cut was too much for him, and it caused him to go into the hospital. Maybe that extra 10 pounds is letting him be calm and collected. He's definitely throwing bombs at that 180-pound division.
Kase takes Scheeper to the mat.
Good takedown there, good takedown against the cage. It's something they work on a lot. Gets full mount right away. Excellent position.
So this could be trouble for Scheeper if Kase gets free reign. Looks like the cage is in the way of that right hand. Kase not able to get it free. Now you see him moving out to where he could gain some more arm room. Scheeper trying to push his way out of it.
Veteran move, he's trying to use the wall to buck off. However, Andre Kase, smart to that. Both of these guys, veterans, fought for years. Smart to it already. Smart to the veteran move. Stayed those hips low and avoid getting bucked off.
There you go.
So Scheeper's wrapping him up here, avoiding any punishment. All Andre can do here is land little shots. Now he's working to get the posture, get his head up in the air. Scheeper's trying to get those long legs around his leg, around his body.
And there you see it.
Going for a leg lock. Right here, he's attacking Andre's right bottom leg. What he's trying to do is he's trying to, went for the leg lock, missed it. Okay.
So we got his legs under the armpits of Kase and used that leverage to push him off and prevent Kase from using those powerful fists of his.
Yep, absolutely. Kase back on top, doing a good job using the superior wrestling. Scheeper working for those arm bars, getting those legs high.
And Scheeper is what you'd call the journeyman fighter. 50 fights in his 5 years. That averages almost to 1 fight a month, if you will. He's going 10 fights a year. That's pretty impressive. And he's gained a lot of experience, as we just saw.
This guy says no, never says no. You call him, you need a fighter, you call him on 1 day notice, he's done. He's ready. He'll do anything. So that's one of those guys that takes a lot of heart and takes a certain type of person to say yes to that. Hats off.
Kase getting a look into the corner. So Kase staying close. I'm assuming he's staying close to stay out of that long reach of Scheeper. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, Scheeper's got a lot of reach on him. It's a much more advantageous when they're standing up. Andre the Bull staying on top. That way he's completely negating his reach.
3 5-minute rounds in our co-main event. A little bit of blood coming from the right eye of Ryan Scheeper. And here's Kase
excellent,
trying to
savage
drop a couple elbows.
Those are...
And they're going to stop the... They stopped the fight. Andre Kase victorious over Ryan Scheeper. The elbows too early and too often from Andre Kase on Scheeper. And the Bull wins in his hometown of Cedar Rapids, Iowa.
Yeah, very, very, very good technique there. Basically, Scheeper's head was firmly against the mat. It had nowhere to go. Andre was dropping powerful elbows, and his head had nowhere to go, so it was basically squished between the elbow and the bottom of the cage.
And there's Andre Kase, always the showman, always happy to perform for the crowd, especially here in his hometown of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Kase wins for the 12th time in his career. Take a
dropping the bombs on him there, so he's got his head has nowhere to go. Yep, Scheeper actually taps out due to the pain and the cut.
So he said that I saw Scheeper at the end there voicing that he, to the official, that